Welcome to Travto. In this video, we explore 10 of the world's most awe-inspiring UNESCO sites. Destinations where nature and culture come together in unforgettable ways. These are not just famous landmarks. Each site has earned UNESCO recognition for its exceptional cultural, historical, or natural importance. This global status marks them as part of humanity's shared heritage, with efforts in place to protect and preserve them for future generations. We begin in the highlands of Peru. High in the Andes Mountains, Machu Picchu stands as a striking example of Incan engineering and sacred design. Built in the 15th century under Emperor Pachacuti, the site features terraced slopes, ceremonial plazas, and precisely cut stone structures, all constructed without mortar. Though abandoned after the Spanish conquest, it remained hidden from the outside world until the early 20th century. Many of the stones used at Machu Picchu were shaped using simple tools and friction, yet fit so tightly that even a knife blade cannot slip between them. UNESCO inscribed Machu Picchu as a Cultural World Heritage Site in 1983, recognizing its outstanding representation of the Inca civilization and its exceptional integration with the natural landscape. The ruins remain one of the most intact pre-Columbian sites in the Americas, a testament to Inca sophistication in architecture, agriculture, and environmental harmony. Next, we travel to a desert city hidden in stone, an ancient marvel shaped by trade time and ingenuity. Located in southern Jordan, Petra was once the capital of the Nabatean kingdom and a vital stop along ancient caravan trade routes linking Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. Its monumental facades, tombs, and temples were carved directly into rose-red cliffs, blending Middle Eastern and Hellenistic architectural styles. The city thrived between the 1st century BC and 2nd century CE, sustained by a sophisticated system of dams, cisterns, and water channels. Entry to Petra is through a narrow rock corridor known as the Siq, a dramatic path that opens onto the treasury, the site's most iconic structure. UNESCO inscribed Petra in 1985 as a Cultural World Heritage Site, recognizing its unique fusion of architectural innovation and cultural exchange across ancient civilizations. Today, Petra stands as one of the most remarkable archaeological landscapes in the world, both for its scale and the artistry of its stonework. We now head to Southeast Asia, where one of the world's most extensive temple complexes rises from the jungles of Cambodia. Located just outside the city of Siem Reap in northwestern Cambodia, Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world. Built in the early 12th century during the Khmer Empire, it was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu before gradually becoming a Buddhist sanctuary. The vast complex is renowned for its 5 lotus-shaped towers, extensive bas-reliefs, and precise symmetry, all surrounded by a massive moat. The temple is oriented to the west, which is unusual in Khmer architecture and has led some scholars to suggest it may have originally served as a funerary temple. Angkor was inscribed by UNESCO in 1992 as a Cultural World Heritage Site, recognized for its architectural grandeur and as a symbol of Khmer civilization at its height. Today, Angkor Wat continues to draw global fascination, celebrated for its scale, artistry, and cultural presence. We now move to northern India, where one of the world's most recognizable landmarks stands on the banks of the Yamuna River. Located in Agra in the northern state of Uttar Pradesh, the Taj Mahal is a 17th-century marble mausoleum, commissioned by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife. It remains one of the finest examples of Indo-Islamic architecture. The complex includes a central dome, 4 minarets, reflecting pools, and detailed inlays made from semi-precious stones. The entire site is built in perfect symmetry, symbolizing balance and eternal love. The minarets were constructed with a slight outward tilt, so they would collapse away from the main dome in the event of an earthquake. The Taj Mahal was inscribed by UNESCO in 1983 as a Cultural World Heritage Site for its architectural brilliance and its status as a universally admired masterpiece of world heritage. Today, the Taj Mahal continues to draw millions of visitors each year as a symbol of architectural refinement and historical depth. Next, we travel to East Asia, where one of the most iconic feats of ancient engineering stretches across the mountains of northern China. Spanning over 20,000 kilometers, the Great Wall of China is not a single wall but a series of fortifications built over centuries, primarily during the Ming Dynasty, to protect China's northern frontier. The structure includes watchtowers, barracks, and defensive walls built using stone, brick, and tamped earth, adapting to the terrain it crosses. Contrary to popular belief, the wall is not visible from space with the naked eye, but its scale is unmatched, weaving across deserts, grasslands, and mountain ridges. UNESCO designated the Great Wall as a Cultural World Heritage Site in 1987, recognizing its historic military function, cultural significance, and architectural ingenuity. Today, several restored sections near Beijing offer accessible entry points for those seeking to experience one of the world's most enduring landmarks. We now head to the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Ecuador, where a group of remote volcanic islands became the foundation for modern evolutionary science. Located about 1,000 kilometers west of mainland Ecuador, the Galápagos Islands are a volcanic archipelago known for their high level of endemic wildlife. The islands played a central role in Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection following his visit in 1835. The islands are located at the confluence of three major ocean currents, which contributes to their extraordinary biodiversity and distinct microclimates. The isolated ecosystem supports species found nowhere else on Earth, including marine iguanas, giant tortoises, and blue-footed boobies, each uniquely adapted to its environment. UNESCO inscribed the Galápagos Islands as a Natural World Heritage Site in 1978, recognizing their global scientific importance and exceptional conservation value. Today, the archipelago remains tightly regulated to protect its fragile ecosystems, with sustainable tourism practices guiding all visits. We now travel to North Africa, just outside Cairo, where some of the world's most iconic ancient structures have stood for over 4 millennia. Situated on the Giza Plateau near Cairo, the pyramids were constructed during Egypt's 4th dynasty around 2600 BC. The complex includes the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, the Pyramid of Menkaure, and the enigmatic Sphinx. Built as royal tombs, these monuments reflect the engineering capabilities and religious beliefs of ancient Egyptian civilization. The precise alignment of the pyramids with cardinal points and their massive limestone blocks continue to intrigue scholars. The Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years, a record it held until the completion of England's Lincoln Cathedral in the 14th century. UNESCO inscribed the pyramids of Giza as part of the Memphis and its necropolis Cultural World Heritage Site in 1979, citing their universal significance as a defining symbol of ancient Egypt. The site remains one of the best preserved and most visited archaeological landmarks in the world. Next, we head to the Canadian Rockies, where towering peaks, turquoise lakes, and ancient glaciers define one of North America's most striking natural landscapes. Located in Alberta, Banff and Jasper are two adjoining national parks forming part of the Canadian Rocky Mountain Parks World Heritage Site. Established in 1885, Banff is Canada's oldest national park, while Jasper is the largest in the Rockies. Together, they protect a vast wilderness of glacier-fed lakes, alpine meadows, and dense coniferous forests, home to wildlife such as grizzly bears, elk, and mountain goats. The Icefields Parkway, which links Banff and Jasper, passes by the Columbia Icefield, one of the largest accumulations of ice south of the Arctic Circle. UNESCO inscribed the Canadian Rocky Mountain Parks in 1984 as a Natural World Heritage Site for their ongoing geological processes, including glacial erosion, fossil sites, and dramatic alpine landscapes. Both parks are noted for their accessible hiking trails, scenic drives, and protected ecosystems that balance conservation with visitor access. We now journey to the heart of the Pacific, one of the world's most remote inhabited islands, known for its mysterious stone statues and deep cultural heritage. Located over 3,500 kilometers off the coast of mainland Chile, Rapa Nui, also known as Easter Island, is a small volcanic island in the southeastern Pacific Ocean. It is renowned for nearly 900 monumental moai statues, created by the Rapa Nui people between the 10th and 16th centuries. These statues, carved from volcanic tuff, are believed to represent ancestral figures and were transported and erected across the island using remarkable techniques still debated by scholars. Most moai face inland, watching over their communities, except the 7 at Ahuakivi, which are oriented toward the ocean. UNESCO inscribed Rapa Nui National Park as a Cultural World Heritage Site in 1995, recognizing its archaeological significance and the cultural traditions that shaped the island's landscape. Today, Rapa Nui remains a living cultural landscape where Polynesian heritage is preserved alongside archaeological conservation. For our final destination, we journey to the heart of the Swiss Alps, where glacial landscapes meet alpine peaks in one of Europe's most pristine mountain regions. Located in the Bernese Alps of southwestern Switzerland, the Jungfrau-Aletsch region contains the largest glacier in the Alps, the Aletsch Glacier, and is dominated by the iconic peaks of Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. This high alpine landscape is shaped by ongoing geological activity, with deep valleys, rugged cliffs, and shifting ice fields that continue to influence research in glaciology and climate science. The Aletsch Glacier stretches over 22 kilometers and holds enough ice to supply every person on Earth with 1 liter of water per day for more than 3 years. UNESCO inscribed the Jungfrau-Aletsch region as a Natural World Heritage Site in 2001, recognizing its outstanding geological value and role in advancing our understanding of alpine formation and climate systems. Beyond its scientific significance, the region also supports centuries-old alpine farming traditions and offers some of Europe's most scenic hiking routes and panoramic train journeys. These 10 UNESCO World Heritage Sites represent just a fraction of the natural and cultural heritage preserved around the world, places shaped by time, ingenuity, and tradition. Whether carved in stone, built in marble, or formed by nature itself, each site carries global significance and a story worth remembering.